My people, welcome back. Um, you know, Shemai Gates here, and it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. I'm actually, while I'm recording this, I'm doing a week in the life. Today's Wednesday, so I've already recorded part one, and I'm working on part two right now. So this will actually be uploaded before all of that, so y'all don't really know all about that yet. But I mean, I'm basically here to just kind of talk about where I've been, how's life been, especially, with me being in the transfer portal. I'm gonna definitely get into all of that. But but yeah, so I'm really gonna kind of start from my senior year of high school and kind of just move on or move forward, okay? So we'll start from, let's say, senior year starts in August, okay? Well, I'm gonna backtrack to about June. So I'm coming off of, I just got done with track. I kind of tweaked my quad a little bit, so I kind of backed off that whole second half of the track season just because I wanted to really focus on like football and stuff. I then in July, I I pulled my hamstring, and this is for the second summer in a row. And so again, at this point, I'm still playing receiver. I have two Division One offers at receiver, and in my head, I had two Division One offers from Southeast Missouri State and Eastern Kentucky, and in my head, I was almost set on going to Eastern Kentucky. So, um, I mean, I'm playing receiver. I pull my hamstring. I'm gonna be out for a while, and then my coach he asked me. He was like, "Hey, I mean, we think you would be a good fit at running back, man. Like, you have the body for it and all that type of stuff." So I was like, "Sure, like I'll give it a try. Like, never hurt." And he was like, and he told me he was like, "You're still gonna be able to play receiver and all that." So I was like, "Yeah, I mean, more positions. That's better for my resume." So I ended up moving to running back, and I would say everything about receiver went out the window. I mean, I still wanted to play receiver, but I don't. I really not like to this day. Like I still don't really understand why I wasn't playing as much receiver, especially for me having Division One offers at receiver. But um, I started playing running back, and this is my first time playing running back since like sixth or seventh grade. So I'm a little rusty. I ain't gonna. I'm a little rusty at the position, but I adjusted pretty quickly. And my whole entire senior season, we actually I think we went 11-2, or 12-2, something like that. And so our first loss was against Saint X. It was a bad loss. I didn't really have a good game, and I'll put that on me. I'll take responsibility for that loss. But we ended up bouncing back on a really well, the team that won the state championship that year, Trinity. We ended up beating them like 37-20. We got them. We got them pretty good, man. And ever since then, like our season just started to roll. Like we were playing at a very high level. We were playing very good. I was playing well. I didn't have any other Division One offers yet. And then so at this point, it's October, and I'm talking to the EKU coach, and I'm like, "Coach, I'm ready to commit, whatnot." I said I want to commit by the end of October, and by the time the end of October came, I was like, "Hey, Coach, I'm ready to commit in about a week." He was like, "Well, man, we already had somebody to commit in your spot." So at this point, I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't know." Okay, so I go hit up SEMO. I'm like, "Hey, blah 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 blah." I never even got an answer from them, so we don't know, still don't know what was going on over there. But I know they had some like coaching issues or some stuff like that. I don't know, it was coaching change, something like that. So at this point, I'm kind of feeling like I don't really know what I want to do. Like I'm like I don't really have, and I feel like I'm a Division One player. So like I don't know, like I want to go Division One. I don't want to play anything else but Division One. And so I go out through all of October, and I really, to be honest with you, after that point of EKU telling me like I don't have a spot anymore, and our very next week we had a game against Bullitt East, the team we had played the year before in the state championship and lost to. And I absolutely went crazy. I had 3 touchdowns. I think I had 190 yards, over 200 all-purpose, something like that. And like I had a great day. And so that very next week, I got invited to a Louisville game day visit, and on that game day visit, I was offered a PWO, and I was put on academic scholarship, so I didn't have to pay anything. So like it's not an athletic scholarship, but I'm still going to school for free. I just have to make sure I have to keep my GPA and all that type of stuff. I was an MLK scholar, a Porter scholar, and all that stuff. So all the people from Louisville, like you all know what that is. So I mean, at that point, like I whenever I got that, I think I committed the next day or the day after that. And so again, I'm a card. So we'll kind of fast forward through like January, or well, I'll finish out the season. So we ended up losing in the third round, or was it third? Something I think it was the third round of the playoffs. We lost by 1 point, and really, to be honest with you all, that was so devastating to me because I felt like it was all on me. Like I felt like that loss was on me. Like in the heat of the moment, and when they needed me most, they gave me the ball, and it just didn't work out. And so like it's something I kind of carry with me throughout the rest of like every time I think about like football and like big plays and stuff, that always like lingers in the back of my head. Like I don't know if I could ever like forget that, because like that was supposed to be our year to win state. I mean, if we would have won that game, I have no doubts that we would have bulldozed through every other team that we would have played. So I really I don't really know what to say about that, but I always told myself, I was like, if I ever get the opportunity for something like that again, I'm going to make the very most of it. Like, the same thing will not happen again. So I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of went through like a little depression because of that. So about 2 to 3, or maybe like almost like a month up until Christmas, really. I was just kind of just sitting back, like I wasn't doing anything. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling really bad about myself. I was feeling really sorry, and it's a lot of stuff. I got sick, so there was just a lot of stuff going on. But then, starting in January, I started going to my trainer. I remember January 2nd. Started going to my trainer. By Any Means Fitness. His name's Dewan Means, man. Y'all tap in with my guy. Y'all tap in. He's a great trainer. And I had a lot of body fat on me, I'll tell you that. I was like 184, but I had body fat. So my whole thing was to lose that body fat, but regain that weight back in muscle. And when I tell you, from January to May, that entire period, like I went from, I was like 186, and I dropped down to like 179, and then I worked back up into like the 182, 183 area. Man, like when I tell you, my entire body felt so different. Like coming in March, like in January, I could we'll give it basketball reference. In January, I could dunk, but like it was like more of just like a rim grazer, In May, I was throwing it off the backboard, catching it, boom, like slam. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I was like I'm jumping, like hey like I'm slamming it, it's when I tell you it's a huge difference, and it's just like I really. Like I think of it because like he really got me ready for college. Like, cause if I would have been in the same shape I was like ending that high school season, would not have lasted long. So I graduated high school as a valedictorian. So my grades 4.0. I actually had a 4.07. Graduate high school as valedictorian. I started college practice the very next day. I woke up so my graduation was at 6 p.m. on like the 24th or something, or like the 27th, the 28th. I was up at like 6 a.m. working out. So with the team. So I go through the entire summer, and I'm doing well. I have no injuries, none of that. And we start fall camp. And I will say fall camp was, I think my biggest thing was that I the speed of Division I Power Five football was just a lot different from Kentucky just 6A football in general. So everything was just so much faster. So it took me a decent amount of time to really like get used to like how quick the holes shut and how like different stuff like that and like just reading things. So I would say my fall camp was not my best. I made some plays. I made some plays, but like it wasn't very good for me. Like I didn't put the ball on the ground. It's always a plus. Like you never want to fumble the ball as a running back. So our first game was against Austin P and then Jacksonville State. So I'm thinking like, okay, I can still find a way to get in, like play in one of those games, whether it's like garbage minutes or something. And then you know how deep our running back room was: Isaac Brown, Duke Watson, Keywan Brown. The time we still had Don Chaney, Maurice Turner, all these different people. So it was just like I mean, like wow, like we had a really stacked running back room. I think we had 7 deep. And then we had like Trey Durbin, all these other types of people, man. Like so, going into that first week, I actually struggled a lot more than I did during fall camp, especially during scout team, because I'm going against the one defense. And I ain't gonna lie, I fumbled the ball a couple times. I put the ball on the ground, and that really would hindered me from playing in that first game because I mean, if I was a coach, I wouldn't really trust him too. Like I mean, he just put the ball on the ground twice in 1 week, so it's like I can't really trust you in the game. So I didn't see the field that first game against Austin P. That next week I did turn around. I did practice a lot better. I did a lot. Everything was a lot better for me, and I didn't see real action against Jacksonville State, but I was in for the last 2 plays of the game. And one was just a knee, and the other one was a victory formation. So it wasn't like any real plays, but I mean, it was a good experience to like be able to be out on a college field and actually, I mean, at least be able to say that like I took a snap. I mean, I took a snap for a Power 4 football team. So we'll kind of like fast forward a little bit throughout the rest of the season. Like I'm still practicing. I'm on scout team. I'm not traveling because I think we only traveled 4 running backs. So our top 4 was like Isaac Brown, Keywan, Duke, and then Maurice. And then we did travel. So we traveled 5. And Don. So there's already a lot of running backs that are traveling. So I was unfortunately the one who. Me and Trey were the 2 that did not travel. So as the end of the year goes on, I think it was around Thanksgiving. I was actually at this point in time, I've gotten used to like the speed of college football, and like I'm starting to like really make strides in my game, and I get hit in my shin. Like I take a helmet to the shin, and like at the time, I think it's just like a regular like it's a bruise and whatnot. Like I played through it and whatnot. So the season ends, or we go to El Paso. We win in the bowl game. Season ends, and we start winter workouts in January, right? And we're doing a lot of plyometrics, a lot of jumping, like change direction, all that type of stuff. And I'm starting to realize like my shin is hurting, yo. Like my shin really hurts. So I go see the trainer, and I find out like I have like a cyst on my shin because like I didn't get my shin treated. So there's it was probably like a hairline fracture, like a really small fracture in that bone. And because I didn't get it treated, like my body basically treated it itself. And that's what's causing like pain while jumping and all that type of stuff. So my 2 options were either I had to get my bone shaved down, which very much increases my chances of breaking that bone, or it's like I have to wait until I get an extended period of rest time for like that inflammation to go down. So obviously I'm gonna choose number 2. So I was really dealing with it. I was having to take like pain meds and all that type of stuff throughout like the practices and stuff. So we start spring ball in March, and my spring ball was like very much like one of the I was having a great spring ball. I was making a lot of plays. I was doing a lot of I was doing a lot of things that I wasn't doing before. And even I said myself I between senior year and even the summer when I first got there, my entire game had almost changed. So it was just I was more shifty. I was making more people miss. I was breaking tackles more. It was all this great good stuff going on. And so I end up so our spring game was in April. It was a Friday in April. That Monday, well, I'll fast forward a week before that. It was one of those days that week. I had probably had my best practice yet. I was making and I was going against some of the best players on our defense, some notable players that you all probably know. And I was I was doing my thing. I really was doing my thing. And I'm thinking this year, oh yeah, this year, I'm gonna make a name for myself. I might not get every snap in the world, but I'm gonna make a name for myself, definitely. And so a week later, that very Monday, right before the spring game, we're practicing on the game field, and I'm going to everything feels okay, and I'm getting ready to go pick up a block, right? I'm getting ready to go pick up a block. I see the blitz, it's a safety coming. I see the blitz. I'm going to pick him up, right? As soon as I get over there, I take a step, and that step just felt awkward, and I felt like my knee kind of shift, lose balance almost, and so I lose all my power in being able to strike this person. So I, at this point, we're moving full speed, he's coming full speed at me, so I kind of just try to grab him, but I get pushed back because I have no power anymore through my leg, I have no power to hold his charge, so I get pushed back, and that same leg that felt like it was giving out on me, I landed on that leg again, and at that point, I feel a sharp pain in my knee, and I'm so I stand up, but as soon as I stand up, I'm I can't do it, I can't do it. So I hobble off and I go lay down. As soon as I lay down, everything starts to set in. I just start I feel the pain, I really feel the pain. I'm cussing, I'm doing all the fifth, that, and the third. I'm hurting, I'm grabbing my knee. The trainers came over to you're good. You're just what's going on? I'm it's the knee, it's the knee, it's the knee, and so they get me up on the training table. They're checking me out, and they can't really get a good evaluation because I have so much adrenaline going through my body right now. They can't really get a good evaluation on what's wrong. But at this point, my knee has stopped hurting. It's 2 minutes after everything happened. 2 minutes after everything happened, my knee stops hurting, and I feel good. My body feels all right. And so I have to go to the locker room, change and all that type of stuff. So I'm I can walk to the locker room myself. I'm good. I can do that. So I literally get off the training table. I walk on my 2 feet. I'm walking to the locker room. Perfect. Everything's perfectly fine. So I'm sitting there thinking yo, am I faking an injury? Is that what I'm doing right now? Am I really faking an injury? So I get in there, I change, I go in the training room. They're checking me out, and we have our knee specialist doctor, I think it's lower body, I think it's all lower body stuff like that. And he's there, and he's he's doing a little check on me, and he's man, your ACL doesn't look ACL doesn't look good, man. I can't fully tell if it's torn yet, but it looks a little questionable. So, at this point, I'm having to call my parents, let them know, hey, we think the ACL is torn. We're having to get an MRI and all that type of stuff. So at this point, I genuinely think I'm fine. I might have just hyperextended it. I'm good. I'll be good in a month or so. And I go get my MRI on Wednesday. I think it's Thursday morning. I get a call from my trainer. He's hey man, said you had a full ACL tear. Man, when I tell you I was heartbroken, it was because that's something I never wanted to happen in my entire playing career, an ACL tear, and I've heard so many bad stories about it. I've heard so many just stories that just aren't good about ACLs, man. So And they told me I had an LCO sprain too, but that would heal within like 3 to 4 weeks or so. So, but I mean that the ACL tear, requires surgery. So at this point, it's like April 9th. They told me I was gonna have surgery on April 16th. So I'm having to pack up all my stuff out of my dorm. 'Cause I'm gonna move back home because like I can't just sit in my dorm by myself. And because I honestly I need somebody to take care of me. My girlfriend, she lives in D.C. She goes to college at Howard University, so like she's not here, and like it's still during the school year, so like this is like she's not able to be here to take care of me. So I'm having to go back home. My sister, my mom, really like I really say my sister. Like my sister did a great job, but so I had my surgery and I'm home. And to be honest with you, y'all, that first night after surgery was the worst night of my life. Um, like it hurt so bad, like to the point where I wanted to like kick, scream, like cry, all that type of stuff. Like it was so much pain just shooting through my leg, yo. It was just like because the numbing had worn off at that point, and it was really bad. Like it was really really bad. And within the first couple of days, like it probably like there was so much pain just going through my leg for like probably that first week, and then it kind of started to die down after the first week. I think I didn't really start getting pain. It was really like pain whenever I was trying to like stand up, like not stand up on it, but like just like because the blood flowing back down into it. Like I think that I was getting a lot of pain through that. And then so I actually had a trip booked to Cancun in May. My bad, y'all. I had to move that to my iPad. My phone ran out of storage. So basically, I had a trip booked in May, and I had my surgery in April. So that's only a month after my surgery. So I didn't know if I was gonna be able to go on this trip, but it's already booked. So like I needed to go on the trip. So girl, I really wanted to. And plus, like that was during the time like I really our only break from football that I was gonna be able to have if I was healthy. So like I really wanted to just get out. Like and it was I think it was really good for me to be able to get out because like I mean. I was able to actually go on a trip because that was a month after I tore my ACL. I was in crutches, like I wasn't really experiencing much pain that much anymore. So I was able to go on a trip. I had a great time. I had a great time in Cancun, man. And but I will say, tearing my ACL really, really did a lot on me, man, mentally. It definitely takes a toll, especially knowing that you're gonna be out for over 9 months. I mean, like it definitely takes a toll, and but it's always good. Like I had great support around me, like my everybody around me, my family, friends, everybody. Like they all showed me love and support. Um, and like I really applaud them for that because at the end of the day, like that's what I really needed. Like I mean, because I was just going through so much like in my head, and it just wasn't feeling good, y'all. Like I wasn't feeling good, and so in June, I also had a trip with the ACC, like with the University of Louisville and the ACC, like the conference, to go to Tuskegee, Alabama, and Montgomery to do like this whole civil rights thing. So I I went and did that too. At this point in time, I'm 2 months. They had took my brace already. Like I was already walking on my own, but like I wasn't like it was kind of like a little limp. You feel me? A little limp walk, but like I was walking on my own. Also, rewind that. After I got back from Cancun, I did a graduation speech at an elementary school. I did a fifth grade graduation, and like that was my first time really like ever talking in front of that many people before. So I actually did a really good job. I actually did a really really good job. So that all right. So going back forward. So I take this trip to Montgomery. I learn a lot. I learn a lot, But and this is also, but like doing this stuff is also helping me take my mind off of my knee, man. Like so, uh, take my mind off of my knee, and so then I have another trip planned to go to New Orleans to the Essence Festival in July 4th weekend. So like it's just like I just got a lot of stuff that's like helping me, bring me back up. Like especially during this time where I can't even run. Like I'm not even allowed to run. So or jog. So I go to New Orleans. We actually have a good time. This time it was me, my girlfriend. I went to Cancun with me, my girlfriend, my grandparents, and my aunties. Yeah. And then I went to the ACC Union with a couple other people from the University of Louisville. And then I went to New Orleans with my girlfriend, her friend, with my friend too. And so yeah, and then so we had a time down there. I get back, and at this point in time, like we go through July, I'm still rehabbing. I like y'all, I have rehab every single day. Like it's every single day. Like I like go from six shoot 5:30, 6 a.m. and it won't get done until like 6 p.m. y'all. So it's just like every single day, like just like that. Like it got to the point where like the training room felt like a hospital. So I I'm doing what I'm rehabbing, and as August rolls around, they tell me I'm able to start jogging. I'm running. Like I can like okay, cool. So fall camp starts. I'm not participating in none of that, but then I think like the second week of fall camp, they give me my brace. Oh, give me my brace, and so now I'm running on the ground. Like I go outside and I'm running. Um, and that was like a really big like accomplishment for me because I think like my rehab was ahead of its time, like ahead of my like expected rehab. So like I'm proud of myself because I've been working hard every single day, and like to be able to run again just on ground, like it means a lot, man. So I'm running, and like so what I would do basically my practice days throughout the entire season really was just uh, like whenever we went out to practice, I would go out stretch with them. I would go do conditioning with our AT, and then I would go in with the strength coaches while they were still practicing, and I would do like a full lift. I would lift every single time that they practice, and then I would go out to watch the. Y'all, I keep running out of space. I gotta do something about this, but yeah. So I kind of just gave y'all a recap on. Um, what my practice days look like. So I was doing that every single day up until like late, probably like UK week. That we were getting ready to play University of Kentucky, and that's when I kind of started getting in a little bit more with the team. I started doing a little bit more individual drill, and so at that point, like I think I'm like 7. I'm like 7 or 6 months through my recovery, and I'm already starting like like I feel good. Like I told my trainer, I said, Coach, I could play this week, man. Like I feel good. But so because at this point in time, like we've had a lot of injuries within the running back room. We were down big in the running back room, and we needed some help. So I was like, Coach, I'm ready, I'm good. But we decided not to risk anything. And my guy Braxton and Sean, they held it down. They held it down for the running back room and the team. Braxton got the MVP of the UK game. I'm proud of him. That's my dog right there. And then so we go in the bowl. We can go bowl. We get ready to go to Boca Raton, Florida. Oh, I was so happy when I seen that. So we go in the bowl week. I start practicing. But I'm no contact. So I do the entire practice without contact, basically. And I'm feeling good. My leg feeling good, man. I'm moving. I'm moving good too. I just feel so good. I feel so good back to me. I was telling myself, I was like, man, I feel so alive. And I know football's like not everything, but like just like being able to do this again just made me feel so good and so alive. You feel me? So, uh, I so after the bowl week, I had a great time down in Florida. We won the game against Toledo. And so after that, I get back, and I'm starting to contemplate because like as Isaac Brown hits the transfer portal and he comes back, and Isaac my guy, but at the end of the day, like I already know like he's there, like he's Louisville's guy, like he's gonna be the running back, like he's until he goes to the draft, like he's gonna be their guy. And so I have a conversation with Coach Barclay just like about opportunity wise, and just to see how we both feel about a situation of like me being still here. And I came to the conclusion that like I think it would be best to try my luck in the transfer portal. So I entered my name in the transfer portal. I think it's like January 5th or January 6th. soon as I enter the name transfer portal, I immediately get some buzz around my name. I I had a bunch of like Division 1 coaches talking to me, D2, D3, all that type of stuff. And but I will say, because I had an ACL surgery that really set me back. Because like, I mean, a lot of the coaches said like they love my film, like my film looks great, but you just has like you haven't even practiced for real yet again. So I think that's kind of like what set me back from that ACL, or I mean from like really committing before like school started again. So I'm still enrolled at Louisville. I'm taking classes. All I'm doing is taking classes right now. I'm still working out. I'm doing all that type of stuff. Like I mean, y'all will see. Like I have like I'm playing like a men's rec league game. But I've been taking some visits. I'm not gonna tell you all yet. Y'all get an update later on down the road on like on the places I'm taking visits to, places I'm looking at like committing to, like all that type of stuff. But just know that hold on 1 second, y'all. My bad, y'all. My girl had called me. I just wanted to had to let her know that I was doing this video, so I just said I could finish it up real quick because I'm really close to finishing, y'all. But so yeah, like I've been in the portal, and I ain't gonna lie, my hopes kind of got down because I was like, man, I couldn't find a home uh, before school started. So I mean, and I was talking to some school, like I had some P5 or P4 schools talking to me, G5, FCS, all the way down the line. So I've had just about every single division try to reach out to me. And at this point, like it's still going, like it's still an ongoing process. I still have a lot of visits planned, that I'll be going to. You all will see some of these visits as well. I will record some of these for you all, just so some content. Let y'all get in on my life a little bit. But yeah, I mean, really, like at this point, that's where I am in life. I'm working out every single day. Like I'm staying busy. I don't eat the best, but I still do take care of my body, definitely, like recovery wise, and I am starting to cook more too because like at first I was like, oh, I don't need to cook, like I'm finna be in a new state or whatever. Anyways, like I don't need to be like doing all that because I'm getting ready to move out the apartment, all that type of stuff. But yeah, so like I'm actually doing well now. Like my knee feels great. I just like I think I'm falling in love with the passion, just working, proving people wrong. So, I mean, yeah, at this point in life, I mean, I'm here, like Shemai Gates, man. Like, y'all, the people who watch this video all the way to the end, to this point right here, I appreciate y'all. And I just want y'all to know that, like, I'm getting ready to do something special. Like, no matter where I go, where I commit to, just know y'all gonna see some videos and y'all gonna be like, is this the same Shemai y'all used to watch? Like, especially the people who've been watching me for a really long time. Like, I used to make videos in 5th grade. Like, for the people who've seen those videos, and even see the ones that are still up on my channel today that are like older, like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, it's getting ready to be scary. It's getting ready to be scary. That's one thing I gotta say. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will make another update video down the road for you all. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for my week in the life that's getting ready to be uploaded, and my spring break trip that's gonna be uploaded, and then like some of my visit trips are gonna be uploaded. Like y'all, I'm getting back into the game, y'all. I'm finna be a YouTuber, man. I'm finna be a YouTuber. So yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you all for watching the video, man. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. If y'all ever need anything, don't be afraid to hit me up. Y'all can follow my Instagram, all that type of stuff. And so yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, and I will see you all in the next video. Deuces.